morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday.
Yay.
We passed all of our interactions for the day, and actually we have passed all of our interactions for the whole past week. The only orange that we got for this week was a PICC line dressing that a patient came from the house, and the cap hadn't been documented that it had been changed. We took care of that, and everything else we've been doing good on, so good job with that. On our safety and quality numbers, we are going up on all of our numbers. I actually put stars next to the ones that we have beat our personal best in special care, so that's going to be 3 different ones that we have beat our records on, and then I circled this one because today is 1 year since our last VTE. So good luck. Good job, congratulations on that. The ones I think we kind of need to focus in on is our pressure ulcers. It's been 10 days since our last pressure ulcer. That was a BiPAP that got a pressure ulcer on the bridge of his nose. And so I know we're doing a really good job about documenting everything, but just pay attention that we're actually providing the care that we need to prevent harm to our patients. And then doing pretty good on our mislabeled labs. That's coming up, and that's one of our other problem areas. And then our last medication error was 12 days ago. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was where we mixed up the waste and the amount that was supposed to be given. We confused the two of those. So we wasted what we were supposed to give and gave what we were supposed to waste. So that's a lesson for us to pay attention to what we're giving. And also there was a person that witnessed it, and they should have been paying attention as well. So, but overall, our numbers are going up, and y'all doing a really good job. Current census is at 25. We have 12 nurses today. We actually have 3 CAs. We got a float CA today. Because we have an ingestion. There's an ingestion in 729 that will need somebody to sit with them. And then we have 1 unit clerk. There's not anybody officially on the watcher list, but kind of going ahead to the safety concerns. There are a few patients that we need to keep an eye on. 732 and 733 are both HEMOC patients. So I mentioned that just because we're in the middle of RSV season, so just make sure we're really being conscientious about our PPEs and hand hygiene and things like that. So, we want to protect all of our patients, but particularly those kind of patients. Also, 740 is an 18-year-old with altered mental status and hallucinations, so just keep an eye on him. We've got several patients up here that are at risk for falls, but he particularly is one because he can get confused, gets out of bed. So if you're walking by and see him getting up, just make sure you're paying attention to that as well. And then the other 2 patients I was going to mention is 743 and 750. Those are both broncholytic patients that we just got from the floor. They're both on high flow oxygen and breathing pretty fast. So those are the ones kind of keep an eye out for. Everybody else is pretty typical for us. There are currently 2 patients with transfer orders that just didn't get rooms, and then 2 that I know of that should get discharged today. 11 in the unit right now that are ready to go as far as special care criteria, and the hospital census is at 284. Currently we have 9 patients at risk for falls. There's 3 at risk for pressure ulcers. We have 3 central lines, no Foleys, 4 VTEs, and we've already talked about the patients with safety concerns. Do y'all have any questions about that so far? Okay. All right, and then just kind of announcements. Just make sure that when we're ordering supplies, we're getting our N4 papers to our clerks. When you're checking the refrigerators, if they're out of range, just make sure you're documenting the temps and document what we did, and that you're rechecking it and putting that on there. Please make sure you're checking your emails. And then just a reminder that our unit goal is for us to get 90% on all of our hacks. Currently, we are at 90% on all of them except for pressure ulcers. We're so close. So that's the one to kind of focus in on. We're at 88%. If we get that, we're good on all of our hacks. Just a reminder that the VTE bundle is about to change. We've got a little sign up here that has all the changes, but there is a computer module everybody needs to fill out, and that goes live on January 10th. And then we've started back our rounding survey, so when your teams are rounding, make sure you're getting that survey out to your parents, and don't forget if you discharge anyone out of special care to assign them the discharge survey and Get Well Network. Anybody got anything? Questions? All right, Cornell, you got a quote for us today?
Yep.
Happiness is like jam. You can't spread even a little without getting some on yourself.
Aww.
Thank you. Sounds good. All right, y'all have a good day.
Thank you.